imagine my head just rotates all the way around. I wish I could do that. I'm Jake. Dungeon Master for this nightmare of a show.
Dungeon Master for the stars. You take that back.
Absolutely. Welcome to episode 18, I guess.
We're back from break and we're better than ever. Some might say much worse. But here we are.
Is Sheriff Dawn in hell?
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know. Pan-fried night? Like, we gotta take a trip.
You have some people that need visitation for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he probably is. Like that one saying, it's always darker for the dawn. That's how it goes, right?
Jeez.
Can I tell you, this is that? You might be like, oh, he's so smart. I've had that in my head for like 3 episodes, and I'm like, how can I get that in there?
It's just been bouncing around.
I was like, oh, man, can I say it to this NPC? No, that wouldn't make sense.
Jeez.
That's
maybe,
incredible.
Maybe Tanner's next character is Dad. Like, maybe that's who that is.
Absolutely. Golly. I'm Jake, the Dungeon Master. With me, I've got
Tanner Wayland.
I'm Lethargy and Caden Otley.
Justin Lewis.
Previously on the Pact Boon. The gang, after beating a child to death, set off.
Nope.
the party after deliberating together and mutually decided to assail a child.
Better.
More.
After beating him nigh unto death, they gave his dog away to some other kid. That's how I remember that happening.
Are we the heroes?
It was our dog to give.
And then
Formerly referred to as the heroes of Crestor. Spencer is now in his villain arc.
Yeah. I hope to run into him later.
You absolutely will be running into him later.
It won't even be
notes.
hard.
that would be such a fun one shot.
Just smack him and he's gone.
You guys have no idea what you have awakened.
Oh my gosh.
You guys set off after some really harsh words were shared between Lethargy and Jolly. Lethargy not really fully understanding the depth of the wound he had given him.
But Caden did.
But Caden surely did.
Just twisting the knife.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought you were twisting the nips with your little movement there.
No, that's the knife. It's a knife.
Quasi nips.
Oh my goodness.
You poor
The
listener.
almighty of the campaign. Calignos is almighty. Quasi nips. Goodness gracious, we're freaking unhinged, guys.
That's the episode.
Jolly had a visitation. Met with somebody he is vaguely familiar with. Challenged him to stop getting distracted. That revenge is what he's fueled by, and yet there is a little bit of a distraction. Then you were assailed by some desert zombie mages. Wolfgang killed Lethargy and summoned Alon's crystal scimitar with his own little personal flair that I thought was pretty cool.
And
I
Cyril.
liked it.
Oh my gosh! Holy crap! Cyril's back, baby! We forgot. I forgot the most important detail. Your boy, a little bit more unhinged, seemingly. A lot more prone to violence. Maybe he eats people? We'll find out.
Hey, he's in good company. Am I
He's
right?
Absolutely right. 50% of this party eats people.
More than 50%.
More than 50%. There's 4 of us, including Cyril. So how is it more than 50%?
Guess you'll find out.
You got a
You
new
don't know
guy.
him.
Oh gosh, I just did the math.
Oh no!
You did the math that 2 out of 4 is 50%.
No.
And one more than that is more than that.
It's late, guys. Give me a break.
So, Jolly's.
Tune in next week.
Justin's over there like, oh my goodness, Jolly's a vampire too.
1, 2, 3. Oh no.
This is a problem, guys. Well, we find ourselves on the outskirts of the Mirage Mesa where the grass is finally starting to get a little bit greener, but now there's a portion of the grass soaked in the blood of Lethargy. 4 bullet wounds. I think just 3.
Yeah.
3 bullets in his body.
I think at least 5 actually, because it was 3 and then 2, wasn't it?
3 original shots. 2 of them hit.
And then
2 more shots. 1 hit.
Oh,
And then one. Yeah. It only took 3 shots.
That's all. What does that say?
I'm a lightweight.
3 shots and you're done.
Yeah.
So, we find ourselves Lethargy bleeding out, Jimmy, a ghost in the night. What are you guys gonna do?
7.
Failure.
Thought that was a nat 1 again.
I thought it was 2.
That would be nuts.
It was
Joland.
very close.
Jolly is going to walk very slowly over to Lethargy,
Wolfgang insight check.
and that's his turn.
Okay, I'm doing it. Insight. Oh my goodness, Jolly's gonna kill Lethargy. 10.
Great. Jolly's gonna kill Lethargy.
I knew it.
Jimmy is gonna turn back, but he's like 90 feet away, so he's not gonna get back in time. He's an absolute wreck. Wolfgang.
Okay, so I'm going to. Let's see. I'm gonna. So, which enemies are still up?
No one.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I'm going to Lethargy, rushing like the wind, and then I'm gonna do a medicine check to try and like staunch his bleeding.
Yeah, because Lethargy roasted them. Thanks to Jolly. Little minimal thanks to Jolly.
It's a
Zero
good thing
thanks.
Lethargy can say that to his
Okay.
face. Right. Nate.
Medicine check. Ooh, 17.
You are able to, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, you little gang?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15.
As you are doing triage medicine, the blood pouring out of Lethargy
Ooh.
strikes you with hunger as the last blood that you attempted to eat was Sheriff Dawn's. And you hear...
So I got a 15. I'm gonna play this out. Is that high enough? Okay, great. So he's like, as he's like as he's getting bandaged and like wrapping the wound, like the blood's getting on his fingers, and he like pauses for a second, and just like looks at his hands, and then he hears like a twig snap or something from Jolly, and he kind of like looks over at him and it snaps him out, and he keeps going.
Does Jolly see that?
For sure.
Easy now, Wolfgang.
Yes, I need your help. He's fading.
You successfully stabilize Lethargy, but he is not conscious.
Jolly will come over and help do medicine checks. Now that there's no need, but narratively, he's like, okay, fine.
You guys find yourself in the middle of the night. The stars are up above, eerily quiet. All that remains of the assault is the cast up dust and dirt from the combat, the running, the falling, the blasts, the singes from the fire and lightning and acid. The grasses are burned and put down, and all that remains is the spear of one of the desert mages. and it is all quiet.
I'll go touch the spear.
Give me
Great.
nothing.
Sweet.
It's just a rusty spear,
Oh, okay.
as far as you can tell.
Does anyone want this?
Am I awake?
No,
Okay.
still unconscious.
Okay. I respond like, no, I think I'm full up on rusty spears. But do you, so Jolly, I know that you were obviously on watch and we were deep asleep, completely. What happened?
They came towards us. They sprouted from the ground. Like there was very little warning.
Oh. Well, this is awkward, you know, our first day with a companion and I almost killed him. Man.
Yeah. So, what happened there?
Oh, you know, ghost possession. It's, never happened to you?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's, you know, first time for me too. But, well, I think we look around, make sure everybody is, you know, spick and span, is that everything's fine. He's not getting up for at least another 8 hours. So, let's let him rest. You know what? While I am tired, I'll keep a watch and you can sleep, okay?
Okay, look, I know that vampires don't need to sleep.
Oh, I'm half vampire. It makes all the difference.
So do you need to sleep?
Oh,
Give
no,
me a
no,
deception check.
Okay, that's great. That's about time.
Give me an insight, Jolly.
Oh yeah, great.
Can tell you right now, good luck.
Oh, well, I don't need it because I got a 13.
I got a 23.
Great. I mean, it tracks, right? Like vampires, yeah, probably don't sleep, but like he's still got human in him, and that part probably needs to sleep.
So I put my hand on Jolly's shoulder and I'm like, you know what? Yes, I am tired. I'm going to keep watch because we're friends and we sacrifice for each other. So yeah, you know what? You go to sleep. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, no problems, no injuries, nothing like that.
I actually came out of that relatively unscathed for once, which was pleasant.
How fun for you. Okay, yeah, you know, go roll up in your, you know, sleeping mat. I'll awake you in the morning.
Jimmy, you can come back now.
Yes, Jimmy, come. Jimmy, come.
Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry.
That was
Is everything all right?
Of course.
You haven't eaten any food off of strange metal or anything purple, have you?
No, that was a weird request that you guys made of your friend over here.
Yes. Yes, we still have to eat, so, you know, we'll see how that goes. But, Jimmy, go to sleep.
Yeah.
Jimmy, down. Jimmy, down, sleep.
He's not a dog.
Yes, thank you so much for the clear instruction. What ho? And it passes out.
Okay.
What a very strange man.
I know, but hey, we'll be stars, so it's okay. So let's go. You go to sleep. I'll keep watch.
And go to sleep.
Okay. Give me a perception check
Yeah.
as you hold down the fort for the last bit of the night.
Oh, that's 24.
You can hear the breathing of Lethargy start to stabilize and get deeper, slower as he finds sleep. As the guttural snoring of this old man confirms to you that he will not die this night
won't take that carrot.
of his wounds. It is possible that he might die of old age in his sleep, but what can you do about
So multiple
that?
times during the night, I'm like the
Yeah,
start
there's
and like lean towards him.
And the sun comes up, it peaks, and the new day has dawned.
Okay, wake up.
Jimmy gets up and does his stretch, and you spot a little tattoo on the inside of his bicep.
What does it look like?
Yeah,
Give me a perception check.
I need to know this.
That
Ooh.
is 12.
23 to see tattoo.
Dang. You see tattoo.
I see tattoo all over.
What you see is an anchor where the head that would normally like hold on to be like tied to the rope
Yeah.
is a serpent's head. So the anchor is just like a traditional sailing anchor, and then the body of it is like this serpent. Give me a religion check.
Religion. It is 12.
You get a sense that there's probably some religious tie to it, but not familiar with where it's placed.
Okay. I log it away. I'll ask Lethargy later. Is he up? Is he alive?
Yeah, Lethargy.
At that moment, sits up, just has like the gnarliest bed head. It's like plastered across his face. You shot me.
Oh, are you sure? Are you sure that was me, and not someone else?
I'm just,
roll for gaslight.
I'm just looking at him like,
Give me a
If I
gaslight
get
check.
a nat 20, that's gaslighting territory.
Absolutely.
No, just a 14.
Yeah, cool.
I'm like, I'm joking. I'm sorry. It's not something to joke about. I just feel so ashamed. I don't. It's not like me to shoot my friends.
can I roll an insight check for like,
Yeah.
just to see if I know what happened?
Yeah,
All right. Nat 20.
yeah.
All right. I like remember all of it at that
Yeah,
moment.
you were possessed for a time as
Yeah.
well, and cast it out.
I saw the spirits. It's quite all right. I assume one of you put these bandages on me.
Yes, it was mostly Wolfgang. He felt sorry for having shot you.
Well, thank you, Wolfgang.
I was happy to do it. And he gives a thumbs up, and his like hand is shaking. And there's like still like a little bit of blood around like some of the parts. And he's just like looking at it. It's like,
Oh dear.
good.
Well, shall we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Why not?
Let's you're feeling okay?
I'm like standing up. Yes, feel miles better.
And that's great to hear. Jolly, are you need any more sleep?
No, I am tip top.
Great. Off we go.
Yeah, nobody asked, but I also slept great.
Jimmy, maybe you should pick up that rusty spear and defend yourself if you need.
By golly, me, a man with weapons.
And Lethargy at that moment realizes that there's pickings to be had and runs over and starts like,
Give me an investigation check.
okay.
Pickings.
Jimmy like picks up the
Pickings?
spear and just kind of holds it.
That is an 18.
You find some cloth, like tattered cloth. You find a ring that was left behind on one of the hands that broke through
like,
the sand.
Pull it off of
Yeah,
the
the
ring.
finger is still there.
Nice.
So, do you want me to see if that is magical before you put it on or touch it or?
I've already touched it, but sure. Here you go.
Well, I'll identify it with ritual.
It is not magical. It's made out of gold. There's like a green gemstone on there, like an emerald, but not like it could be pawned, but just kind of ancient. There's some old runic language on there that you can't read. You actually would recognize some of the runes as from like similar that were on Sirocco's mace.
It is a mundane item.
Mundane to some, but a treasure to me. And I
Yes, I meant that it's not magical, so it's fine.
and neither are you.
Sure.
From the back, Wolfgang's like, "Ooh, burn!"
Got him. Well, shall we get this happy troop a-going?
Yes.
Thunderhold,
Away.
city of dreams.
Sorry.
You see Jimmy stands at the prow of this little skiff with his hand up and nobody's driving. Like he's just waiting to go.
I guess it's time to go.
Okay.
Before we arrive in Thunderhold, is there anything you two wish to know about this city?
Well, first of all, are we going to be conscripted as slaves or indentured servants if we step foot on the premises or the boundaries of the land?
Not likely, as long as you behave yourselves.
Oh, good.
It is very similar to Echostead that we passed in the fact that they have very high walls and turrets, and they have a sort of military. The military are a band of mages, eldritch knights. They wear midnight blue robes. You will see them.
The city was formerly built by giants. It's the only city in Tirash that has not been built by the new Tirashi government. That this was a compound that was taken by the Tirash government and stands roughly unaltered, other than the new buildings and stuff inside. But
Are there still giants there?
not usually. Giant kin are very looked down upon there, and they have fled to the Bloodstone Mountains.
Okay. And we're learning about this as we're traveling.
Yep.
We're
Almost entirely from Lethargus. Anything
Yeah.
that Jimmy has to offer is pretty inaccurate.
He's like just tagging along to everything I say. Like, oh yes, that's what.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What you're gonna want to look out for is the two colleges there.
okay.
Now that's
he has
true.
right. Surprisingly.
So he basically tells you that the city is divided into two factions, right? And this is kind of Lethargus speaking on this as well, but they're divided by the two colleges that make up the city of Thunderhold. Over the 2 days on your travel, you basically get the rundown that the Mirage Mécanique is the artificer's conservatory there. It's a very prestigious conservatory for the development of mundane and technological advancement. And then there is the Nimbus College, which is a traditional arcane college where students can come from all over to learn different schools or factions of the arcane practice. This divide of the city goes down the main street called Main Street. To the eastern half of the city is called the Mechs. It is built on a grid system where a lot of the residents and the businesses based around the Mirage Mécanique or the artificers lay up their hold. It is very organized, it's very clean, but there is a lot of tinkering that goes on. You can hear some pops, whizzes, and whirs. And then on the right side is called the Clouds district, where it's much less organized, pretty chaotic. The buildings are kind of whimsical in their structure and very I'm a wizard tower, he, you know. But Yeah, the vibe is very college town. It is a very diverse city. There's a lot of different races because most of the people aren't from Thunderhold originally. There's professors that have, built up permanent residence, but a lot of the newer built residences are held by students. Temporary housing, a lot of rental properties, and then closer to the colleges are the more established neighborhoods and confluences of the professors and permanent staff.
I ask Lethargy and Jimmy, so these colleges, do they have any sports or rivalry? Like, our team's going to win or something like that.
Big time. Yeah, big time rivalries to the point where, like, they won't even go on the other side of the city sometimes. Like, some people will live their entire life just in the clouds because they attend the Nimbus College, and vice versa. There's a lot of rivalry going on. Each of the schools has a lawn. So the Mirage Mechanique has the mech lawns, and then there's the Cloud Field where they do a lot of sparring. There is an annual or semi-annual competition between the two schools. They do like a fighting competition to see like who has advanced the most to prepare the Eldritch Knights. The winner gets to command the Eldritch Knight City Guard, and they are the premier fighting force for the Tarashi government.
Wow.
So it is a very big prestigious thing, and so a lot of the advancement is on warfare strategies. So armored mech suits and guns and things like that are more in line with like the artificers and like war magic, abjuration, evocation type thing for the Arcane College. But yeah, they absolutely do have a lot of competition, and there's other sports as well. But
So I just realized, Wolfgang, we might have a slight problem going into the city. We have, I can't speak for you, but I have no currency of any kind.
Oh no, it's not just you. I also have not a penny to my name. But you know what? I get the sense that this guy with his big pack has, a couple shillings here and there, for his friends who taught him.
tunes,
So real quick, it says I have 9 gold pieces.
you certainly don't.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Get that out of there.
It's weird.
Get rid of it.
Spending it on killing, what's his head?
Wolfgang, I am happy to get you through the city as needed, and I guess that same invitation extends to Jarland as well.
It means the world to us, and we will not be freeloaders. Initially, yes, but we hope to earn our keep eventually.
Let's not forget the vast sums of money that we'll acquire when we're stars, and I manage the troop.
So, Mr. Jimmy, you've been using that term quite loosely. What does it mean to be a star?
What do you think it means?
No, I don't know. I'm asking you.
But what if you
entirely.
were to interpret it? What would you interpret it as?
Well, the definition of a star is a bright light in the night sky.
what? Oh,
Like a burning ball of gas.
yes, indeed.
So,
Let's go.
okay.
Are we here? we hit the wall.
Let's go. Boom.
2 days later, you see 50-foot tall walls. They look thick. About every 40, 50 feet, there is another turret. This looks to be built to withstand a siege of pretty enormous capacity. There are a handful of guards in the dark blue cloaks. They're wearing the blue armor with tan cloaks. So they like the leather is dipped in blue. There's like if they have any metal armor, it's painted this deep midnight blue, and they have these tan cloaks. You see at the gate there's this massive portcullis that goes to about 35 feet tall. It stands about that same distance wide, and thick iron bars that make it up. Standing at the front is a handful of about 8 of these guards that are checking the few stragglers that are coming in and out. This looks like a very military city.
So I'm going to get my backpack, and if you'll allow it, I'm going to shove it into like a bag of holding or something. Just like, poof, 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 you know.
And the guards are like, he has a gun.
Meanwhile, Wolfgang actually has a gun.
And,
Active shooter.
and I'd like to pull out a nice tailored outfit, like a very, scholarly looking,
Yes.
and put it on. I'm just gonna change it in front of them too. Just like get down to my
Yeah, I will allow for that.
skivvies.
I lean over to Jolly. I'm like, oh, he's very old. He's very old.
You see him pull out a 3-piece tweed suit.
Oh.
It's got one of those. Think very dark academia, right? Browns, multiple textures and layers. It's a nice buttoned shirt, a very skinny tie, and Lethargy looks like he could teach at a college.
Follow me, boys.
Oh, just
Okay.
leads the way.
Wolfgang
I look terrible.
looks terrible. Jolly is in a full suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you two should change as well. And
Into
what does
what?
Jimmy look like?
Jimmy looks like shipwreck.
Should we roll something to see what I have in my pack?
Yeah. Give me, we'll call it 3 different Arcana checks.
Okay.
See, if I knew we were trying to sneak into the city, I could have prepared disguise self.
Wait a
Okay.
second. I have disguise self.
I got
Do you have prestidigitation?
I do.
That could help with the stink and the
Great.
dinginess.
And I'll definitely do that. And I got a 17, a 15, and a 4.
Okay.
So how
Who doesn't?
Actually, I think I might dislike Jimmy more.
Wow.
No, I don't know. No.
See,
Yeah.
I think,
There's like Jimmy's more of like an apathy, and he's
Sure.
more of like
I
a
feel like
disdain,
Jolly would
yeah,
be like,
disdain.
I don't even need your clothes because, like,
They probably wouldn't fit you anyway.
yeah, it's fine.
Wolfgang, he finds, like your miniature, a little suit jacket. It looks like it's made out of like it's not a suit jacket. It's one of those waxed jackets, like a hunting coat.
Yeah.
There's a nice pair of pants.
Black leather boots.
Yeah, absolutely. Like he decks you out. And Jimmy has the identical outfit to you.
The pants are a little bit too tight,
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
even
he's like
found him-
constantly like pulling on his crotch, just like
I found him some Harry Potter glasses, just full
Yeah.
circle, you know.
yeah. And then Jolly is in his suit of armor.
Yes.
I love it.
Jolland, you might want to pretend to be our bodyguard.
Why?
You look the part.
Do they routinely turn away people coming to their city?
When they look like you, they might.
That's a bit racist, I say.
Not because of your face, but because of what you're wearing. You look like you're ready to cause
kill a person.
trouble.
Okay, I suppose. I don't have any weapons.
If I remember right, your armor is an activation. That is part of like creating your armor. You can don your armor as like an action.
Yeah. I can like step into it, step out of it. Like it's,
You could take it off.
but
It's
it
like
would just
Iron Man
stay
kinda.
there. I'd have to like put it in a big old bag.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because, like, here, where is it? Actions. Okay, great. Actions, I can turn. No, that's not it. Where is it? I mean, if you want me to, yeah, I'll just turn it off and just be there in, like, my hellish loincloths.
Well, it could be like the nanobot kind of thing where you...
Because I've been kind of envisioning that your armor has become part of your, like, rock skin.
Where is it? Sure. I mean, I was just imagining it as just like a normal armor. If that's what, like, I don't even know where it is. I can't even find it. I don't know. I don't know where it is. Armors.
You tell me. It's your character. Do you want your armor to pop on and off like that?
Like, well, the popping on and off, yeah, but is the storage? That's what I'm asking. Like, when it's not on, is it just like a normal piece of armor, like a full suit, just like standing there open to the wind? Or does it like shrink down to like a little action figure?
Backpack or something?
Yeah, like what? How would it work?
Yeah.
Especially considering the source of his magic and how he created it.
Well, you bought that armor with your debt.
Yeah, so it's normal, but he infused it with his magic, turning it into a magical arcane armor.
Yeah.
So it's really up to you if you're like, yeah, you can turn it into like a marble.
I think it goes into your tattoos, which is one of the first times that people are seeing those.
Yeah, that actually would make sense. Cool. So Jolly's like, okay, very well. I will put it away. He'll like press the locket, which is like embedded in the chest plate, and the whole thing just kind of melts in like liquid mercury into these tattoos that are all up his arm. And he is standing there in what he had from Crestor, which, I mean, I'm guessing he just got like plains clothes or whatever.
What do the tattoos look like?
So there are two lines, and you can probably only see them from like mid arm to his hands, because he probably has a shirt on that's rolled up sleeves because he's hot. And there are two lines, and they almost look like every so often there's like small barbs that kind of point back up to his arms. And if you look closer, the lines, and they're about an inch thick, the lines themselves are purple, but they're like runes that are not linguistic in nature. They're more just like symbolic. So like petroglyphs more, but less pictographical. They don't show anything. They just look like each thing is like a word, maybe.
One more question is, do I like know that he's from Gas just by looking at him?
No.
Okay.
Genasi are kind of all over, and in fact, his build is more reminiscent of the desert.
Okay. Great.
Than of like a mountainous region. Yeah. So you stand in shipwreck hell clothes
with a big backpack on my back full of junk from the outside,
including a flamethrower.
Yeah. It's empty, but whatever.
You walk up and you are greeted by there's two individuals that come to your party. One is a woman without any shoes on. Her knuckles are wrapped. And then another one is wearing like a kind of a boiled leather cuirass that's like dyed blue, and a half cape, like a tan half cape. Two swords on his belt. The woman is a tiefling, and the man is probably descended of some sort of elf. And the man will put his hand up. Hello and welcome to Thunderhold.
Hello, I am Lethargy Verost, and these are a couple of my students, and a stray.
I am also a student here, except not of the same college as them. I am from the Mirage Mechanic.
Ah, yes, the mechanic. Do you have any proof or identification?
So while we were out, we ran into some hard troubles.
Ah, convenient.
Yes, it is quite. However, not so much for us who lost a lot.
Yeah,
of
see
it.
what you don't know is these guys are going to be stars. What is this that the stars?
Like it's a metaphor, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna like pull him aside. He was hit on the head while we were out quite hard, and it's best that you ignore everything he says.
Are these guys related or something?
No, but it makes him feel closer to the group to look like him.
I see that you are doing the Lord's work, taking care of the mad.
Yes, we seek remedies in the marketplace.
Please register your names at the table as you are walking in. Do you have any weapons, anything that would be considered not kosher?
I pull out a scimitar. I drop it.
No need to drop it at my feet. I just need to know that you have it.
Oh,
Great.
Yes, I have. And I show him the bow, and I kind of brush my coat aside and I show him the gun.
He like stands back. Are you flashing your piece at me, or?
I am showing my piece as you requested.
Ah, yes.
You know, a second
normally
ago-
when you show somebody like your pistol or something, when you flash it like that, it is a little bit more aggressive.
You want to compare pistols? That's
Yes.
yes.
And naturally, the size is what makes the big difference.
I'm on the same page as you, but
The
trust-
woman, the tiefling lady. The size matters.
it's just
If you don't need anything else,
Well, I have weapons as well. I have an empty flamethrower in my pack.
You what?
Yes, it's an empty flamethrower in my pack, as well as the ability to create magical armor around myself, which has some defensive
Please
properties.
let me see the flamethrower.
Okay, I'll pull it out. It's empty.
I see. This appears to be the work of Kusanagi.
Really, we honestly found it while we were out.
Oh, sure. Listen, sir, your story is not adding up.
you would know Kusanagi.
Okay. Look, I haven't been at the Mirage Mechanic for a long time. As in, like, I'm kind of a first year. You could probably tell.
In the future, I will lead out with your honesty and just say that you are a first year.
Okay. Well, how often do you go to new cities and sort of open yourself up vulnerable like this? It's not easy.
Not very often.
Well, maybe you should try it. Have more compassion.
I don't know what to. I'm happy.
Great. Well,
Can we come in?
Yes, that's fine.
thank you. And I'm gonna like bow down, and Lethodus's beard's gonna like touch the ground. Very deep bow.
Again, please register yourselves at the table so that we know who is entering the city.
I write it.
Yep.
I just write it so hard on there.
Can I before I write anything on this,
Ow,
is
ow.
this like magical? This table, this pen?
Give me an Arcana check.
No, I'm asking him.
Oh, you're asking him?
Yeah.
No, yes, of course we need to track who is coming in, and all the paperwork sounds like a nightmare.
So this is not any sort of like contract or anything.
No, if there was a contract, you would want to look at it before you sign. No,
Exactly. So I'm warning you right now. I'm going to cast Identify.
I really wish you would not do that.
Why?
You need a permit to use magic within the city.
Is that true?
Yes.
Jeez, I really skipped. What's that week
it's,
when you go to something?
orientation.
There you go. Yes.
Yes.
I skipped it so much. I don't know what it's called.
We talked about this on the way over.
So what does signing this do?
It simply lets us know who is here,
And that's it.
and you can check out when you leave.
And that's it.
And that is it.
Does he
Something
look
like a guest
shady?
book?
Do I
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
What happened to Jolly?
You can tell he hasn't been to many weddings.
No.
I could have guessed that.
Which is funny because he had a tavern.
He would have seen a guest book once in a while.
5.
You've like written a little note
Jolly
next
will
to it.
sigh heavily, thinking, "How am I the only one who is like thinking about this?" And he'll sign his name in the book.
As he finishes, I'm like, I mean,
You
poopy
when
fat,
you
yeah.
finish signing your name, you feel nothing.
Great.
You feel like the world's crashing in on you, and you're
Absolutely.
dead.
You feel 30,000 gold of debt.
Again? Freaking again?
Again in a week.
As you walk through the gate, the military feel is immediately gone. The streets are this cobblestone that is well maintained. As an artificer, you can immediately appreciate the craftsmanship that has gone into this city. It is bustling. There's tons of people walking around. They're all in very similar takes on the same outfit that Lethargy is wearing, that there is a little bit of this academia vibe to the city. People are in pants and suits. Even some of the women are in like these thick skirts and nice button-up tops. But what stands out is the organization. You walk in and the main street cuts directly ahead, and you can see towering above the city that was invisible before is a 300, 400, 500 foot wizard's tower on the far end of the city, about 3 miles in. And it is enormous. It looks every bit like a wizard's tower. There's the occasional parapet that sticks out where you could imagine somebody's reading nook might be. On the right side, the western side of the eastern side of the city, there are these houses that are twisted and gnarled, built on top and in between each other. It appears to be some commerce going on the right side. On the left side, much more organized. The houses are a lot more uniform in their build. But along the streets are these brass pipes that follow the street along that are appear to be fueling these gas lanterns that are on the corners of the streets. The street feels very open and fresh and exciting. The air is clean here. And you see somebody walking down on the left side of the street with boots that are made out of iron, just with absolute nightmare effort trying to walk in these heavy boots. You can hear the springs, sweat beating down their face. You see a kid riding on a bike that has a big wheel in the back and a little one in the front, and it looks completely incorrect. And then above, on the about 10-15 feet above, is this little tiny rail system. And you can see that there are a number of what are presumably familiars running along the rail system up above. You see birds perched, some owls, some bats. You see like a cat that's blue, a dog that's blinking in and out, like blink dogs, and there's frogs, toads, rats that are running up and down this little rail system up above. And as Lethargy has informed you, familiars and constructs are not allowed on the street floor. They have to remain on that system to keep the streets clean and clear. Magic does require a permit, and you would register for that at the respective college to get permits to cast magic within the city. Otherwise, it's heavily...
Would I already have a permit, or would it need to be renewed?
It would probably need to be renewed.
Okay.
Does the permitting incorporate or count? Does me donning my armor count?
Not sure. That's where Lethargy isn't as familiar. He didn't have much experience with the mechanique.
Also, what was the name of that person that they mentioned for the flamethrower?
Kusinagi.
Kusinagi.
And Lethargy would probably inform you once you're inside that he's the headmaster of the Mirage Mechanique.
Kusanagi Folgier.
So as we're going through town, I would just like to say that I'll just keeping an eye out. Like I'm just keeping an eye out for everything. I have a passive perception of 16.
Okay.
I have blind
Anything
sight.
in particular?
So I am like it's a big city, and part of me is like cautious of like pickpockets or some person meaning to do us harm. So like especially those things. I think I'm also just like trying to pay attention to, I know that I'm supposed to be there to look for the lethargy. So he's got his eyes out for anything that looks shiny, kind of like what the armbands. Anything that's got that purple stone. He's kind of just like he's just trying to take it all in, and it's a lot, but he's just kind of following Lethargus and Jolly's lead from behind, like a couple steps back, just like watching.
Something we would have done is plan a little bit, probably been like, why do you... I know you want to go to Thunderhold to investigate this lethargy, but what do you hope to find? Is it, do you have something to show the college? Do you have something to actually examine?
I do not have anything of that sort, unfortunately.
Oh man, I don't know if I ever said that I grabbed any from the warehouse. Like,
Give me a luck check, D20.
like
Straight.
that.
Aside from that, I would like to do some personal
18.
researching.
You have 2 vials.
Okay, perfect. With the blood and then the purple stone in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
You two should know, and I guess Jimmy as well. I have, I said, a friend in the city, and at some point I would like to visit him. I'm happy to accompany you and show you around, but please allow me to do that at some point.
Okay. As you're kind of hashing it out, like there's benches and like this. Just inside the gateway is a little bit of a town square. It isn't like the official town square. The town square is directly ahead. There is the Capitol courtyard where there are a couple of municipal buildings like the barracks, the jail, the courthouse, things like that use to run the logistics and infrastructure of the actual city. But here there's like a couple fountains. There's some park benches. There's kids running about. Not very many, right? The kids aren't very common. Again, people don't super live here. If you've ever been to like a true college town, it's a lot of people who are just like proud to be part of this. There is an energy in this city that's like we're doing something cool here. Above on the walls, you do see that there are some Jolly. You pick up. There's a little bit of tech built in that looks like the refined version of what was used on Crestor. These beacon-like towers.
Oh. So, before we move on, if you look at those buildings, those are like the towers that we were supposed to set up, Wolfgang.
Oh, I mean, it's concerning, but at the same time, maybe we just need to find out what they're all about, right? Maybe they're not so evil or sinister.
Well, there's definitely a lot about this city that we don't necessarily understand.
Yes. Okay, I think that we should get to home base. We should talk with, go with Lesodis and, talk with his friend, find out what's what, and then go about, finding leads. What do you think?
Yeah, I suppose if your friend has any qualms against meeting new people.
No, I think you'll find he's quite accustomed to it.
Great. That can't be bad. In any way.
Shall we?
Yes.
Boom.
All right. Lethargus guides you The streets there's little street signs on each side. On the left side, you see that it's called 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th Street. And on the right, you have 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in opposite ascending and descending. But there's 1st Street, and then there's 7th Street on the east side. And he takes you. Do you want to go down Street 1 or Street 6?
I'll go down 6th Street.
All right. As you walk down 6th Street, the street is less maintained. You see, and Jolly's probably paying more attention to this, the road maintenance and even the brass piping only goes about 50 feet inside the clouds, where it no longer has gas lamps down here, but there are mage lights. You see that there are ever-burning flames of different colors that are at the different houses. The font for each of the street numbers are all different. There's frilly. Some have kind of like, the permanent mage inscription where it looks like a floating quill that writes the street number anytime somebody walks by. You see that there's animated brooms that are sweeping up doorways and things like that. There's always a cat about, and you see that there's a hunched figure walking down Street 6 where it starts to wind and curl in on itself. There's a house that comes up and then hangs over the street and then shoots straight up. Lethargy kind of informs you the property taxes on that have got to be ridiculous. The property taxes are based on height, not on the width of the location, because in this section the wizard towers just go up. And so they pay taxes on the height of the house.
Funny.
And then underneath that overhanging house there's a hunched figure in a hooded shroud that says,
Hey, anybody want to play some cards?
Do we recognize the voice?
perception check.
Do I have any experience with street hustlers here?
Not a ton.
Okay, so this is odd.
Yeah.
19 on perception.
14.
Yeah.
So I'm shall we? Let's keep walking. Keep
I
walking.
would
No, stop. This is a friend of ours.
I'm sure it
is a
is.
stretch.
Well, acquaintance?
Mr. What's his name?
Calamenti.
The figure stands up, and the hooded shroud is covering a tan fedora and a tan overcoat. And he's got a deck of cards that he's flipping in between his hands.
So,
How goes it?
Oh, Gino, it's good to see you.
Hey, bud.
Wolfgang, it's Wolfgang. You remember?
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's Elon. He passed.
he was the elf one.
Tragic.
Yes. Oh, and also
Feel the scimitar just.
also the dwarf one died.
Wait, the dwarf?
Yes, there wasn't a dwarf.
They were my favorite.
Do you even care?
Listen. The work that we do is dangerous. I told you as much. I told you that we needed survivors.
Well, what's up with you? I mean, how are you doing?
Are you guys going to introduce me? I
Oh yes.
have not met your acquaintance.
So this is Mr. Gino Calamenti. He got us out of a tight spot.
Hell, I got him out of hell.
Yeah, it's hell.
hell.
He got us out.
Yes.
So
What you don't know is, I'm a bit of a sorcerer.
Oh, how whimsical.
he likes zippers.
It's nothing but whimsical, all right? There is no whimsy about sorcerer's magic.
So what are you doing here? I thought you couldn't come to the material plane, or you hadn't been here.
Oh, I've been to the material plane. Absolutely. I'd never been to that part of Tirash. That's why I had to dump you 1,000 feet in the air.
So why didn't you drop us here?
Great. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Decisions were made last minute, all right?
So,
Frankly, I didn't want you. I wanted the dredge.
well, frankly, the dredge got toasted by the Baylor or the Pit Fiend, whatever it is. I don't think he would know what a Baylor is. By the Pit Fiend.
Sure. I just remember she exploded in a bunch of ice.
Yeah.
Yes. So regarding the lethargy,
Yes, bad
It's-
stuff.
it's crazy. Like it's turning dogs into weird dogs with
Really?
his hands out
Really?
of their throats, and there was a sheriff. He turned into like a sheriff with wings and like hands and
And the
like,
wings were part of the lethargy.
we
No,
think.
the wings were his own.
I mean, yes, partially, but then also
cool.
they get weird after he dies.
Sounds like he's a really cool character.
I mean, he died. He kind of was a loan shark. So,
Yeah, you can never trust those. Hopefully you read the small print.
I mean, he didn't give us much of a chance, but
So we've made a lot of deals in our time. And actually, that brings me to our deal. I'm curious, why are you here in Thunderhold right now?
I am meeting with a couple of informants. And saw that you guys had registered in the city and said, hey, I think I know those guys.
So you remembered their names, but not their faces or their races.
Listen, some people are face guys, some people are...
you are what kind of man are you?
I guess you could have written it in a notebook. That's fair.
I didn't do that.
So okay, so I guess we have debriefed. Turns out, yeah, lots of lethargy.
Yeah, good.
In that
good.
part
Well,
of
not good,
Tirash.
bad, real bad.
Real bad. No answers though. Like 0 answers.
Well, that was kind of the whole point of sending you.
I mean, it's not zero answers. We know that, like,
We know
when they
it's-
die, they turn to ash. That's
And-
something I...
Yeah, but we also know that they are, they monsterize post-death, and then we know that it's like purple rocks and stones,
And they blow up.
and they blow up
They're
sometimes.
highly explosive.
Oh, true.
But like in my mind, that's like very basic information. How did you not know this?
Well, frankly, because it was on another plane. It started in the Feywild, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
Wait, it started in the Feywild?
As far as our records know.
Okay, and so did you get the info from us that you wanted?
I mean, it's all very new and unlearned information, so I appreciate your sacrifice, and the Black Veil Group thanks you for your efforts.
Are we done? Is that it? Like,
so see you at Christmas or something, or
crest or miss?
Christmas?
Listen. You guys doing all right?
Not particularly.
I don't understand. Yes?
Have you been infected by the lethargy?
No.
I don't think so. I mean, what are the telltale signs?
Well, it usually either comes as like a debilitating curse or sometimes even like a blessing that you didn't have before.
Nope.
Jolly, do you
Nothing like that ever has happened to me ever.
Does his response seem weird?
Yeah, I'm not even making one insight on that.
feel Jolly? Are you feeling particularly blessed?
No.
No blessings.
Wolfgang, insight check.
Okay, you
No
know
blessings.
what? I'm gonna insight the heck out of you.
Maybe some cursings.
Ooh,
were in
25.
25.
Oh my god.
You're like grilling Jolly about it, and then you like are distracted by this like invisible person that walks by, and you're like, oh, I couldn't do that before.
Ooh.
Like tell when someone's invisible
Yeah, the blind sight.
because of the blind sight. wait a second, blessings. I have a blessing. I'm like, oh, so Gino, my friend, crazy thing. I got this cool ability to blindside. An invisible man.
See, I'll be honest. I thought your eyes were glowing.
I mean,
thought that was new. I didn't remember that.
I am going to be a star, right, Jimmy?
Gone.
Oh, snap.
We didn't see where he went.
Jimmy, you dog. You sly dog.
I am concerned about Jimmy.
I rolled really high on my stealth check.
Wait, didn't you want to
Is
get
he the
rid
one
of
that
him?
Snuck away, invisible.
Didn't you
don't know.
want him to leave?
No, I didn't want him to leave.
No,
He's-
not you. The other.
I'm sketched out
What is
by
this
him.
that you're squabbling about?
There was another man that came with us.
Not that I saw.
Well, obviously he ditched us prior to this.
Jimmy is concerning to me.
He is a hustler, perhaps. Liar for sure. Coward, possibly. I don't know that we should be concerned with him.
Yes, and so in the meantime, it seems that I may be infected and blessed.
Where was it that you were when you got this blessing?
So I was in a warehouse in...
What was in the warehouse?
Oh, there was like this interesting vial situation.
Okay.
Like a goblin. It was a goblin, right? A goblin was, mixing like a vial of like a clear, like pearly substance. And then also another one that's like pitch black.
Yeah.
And I drank the combo, and suddenly I can see, blindside.
What was in this material?
It may have been like a purple rock.
Ah,
But
So-
I assumed that they wouldn't make it if it was unhealthy to drink.
This is the first time Jolly's hearing this. For
Why?
Sure.
Why?
Because
Why?
it looks...
but you asked questions before, right?
I killed him as a goblin, specifically.
Isn't that the goblin he was trying to meet?
This is also ringing some bells as well.
So yes, it was a busy night, and we were trying to, fight.
Yeah.
We were trying to get free of our debt, and also free an entire town. And push came to shove, I killed a goblin. I'm sorry. Who among us?
Hey, bystander, completely uninterested.
Oh, great. So,
Can I just offer an external thought on the topic?
please.
I send you from hell to go to the material plane to look into some sort of disease that is eating other planes. You find a material that is at least tied to this substance. Don't ask any questions, and you just drink it. Do I have the whole of the summation?
It didn't feel that simple in the moment, but in hindsight, maybe.
Okay. Fully expect some side effects from that.
Oh, good.
Absolutely.
Should we be concerned? Is it contagious?
Well, not unless you're next to anything of like any purple rocks.
Like, it radiates, is what you're saying.
Well, sure, yeah. Especially if it's a big one.
I don't think we have anything
If
like
it's something
that.
like this big, like I think if it's contained,
In, like, a pocket dimension, it should be fine.
ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? I
I don't think any of us have that.
No.
I don't have anything like
I
that.
don't have anything like that.
It's and if one of us did,
for deception.
that's seriously insight. I'm gonna do
I
an
don't.
insight.
You don't? You don't have a purple rock anymore?
No, it blew up.
It blew up. It was absorbed into the pan and blew
15.
up.
Yeah.
23.
Oh, I got a 15. I didn't get it.
I fully believe you.
You know
It
what?
would be absolutely moronic for you to have anything of that sort with you.
You know what? I agree, and I think anybody who would hide such a secret deserves the most painful deaths imaginable.
But like, what is it?
Didn't he see me stow it? So he knows I'm lying.
I don't recall.
I
Sounds vaguely
feel like
familiar,
we
but I
talked
don't
about
remember.
it.
I think. Oh, you saw like a glint off of the wave.
That's right.
remember?
You were focusing on the.
Yeah.
I mean,
on the
but for
water.
all you know, I guess I ditched it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
or it's in a pocket dimension. I don't know.
So, like, what do you know of these purple rocks?
Well, that it's basically like the physical embodiment of this lethargy.
So, what should we do when we find it?
Do you have any means of destroying really bad things?
It seems to be extremely
That
explosive.
isn't like punching it?
Are you an expert on this stuff?
No,
No.
no,
And so you don't know how to destroy it.
no. I mean, you could throw some spells at it, I guess.
Have you been drinking?
I've had a couple of nips.
Where? Like, where's
Some quasi nips.
Oh, yes. Quasi Dips is a local bar.
New name of the podcast.
It's also what I got.
But like, where's a good place to get a drink if you've had some?
Ask around.
Okay, I was asking you because you've been drinking. But I'll ask someone else. So, okay, so you still want us to go and find more information?
Hey, that'd be cool.
Okay. And less killing, I guess, before asking questions.
Are you paying these fellas?
Yes.
I mean, with our
He
freedom?
Paid us with getting us out of hell.
Oh, and is that debt been paid?
Gino?
Did time just stop for a minute?
Seemed like kind of looked down at his watch.
Okay, fine. We're bothering you, apparently.
So how can we contact you when we have information?
Oh, you don't.
Okay, well, good luck.
Are
Stop
you
by.
waiting for something?
Well, I told you I was meeting some other people.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, okay.
I think it's time we leave Mr. Calamenti alone.
If you're ever looking to play cards, I hear that there's a spot down on 5.
Okay.
Additionally, the 103rd floor of the Nimbus has some good card playing nooks.
So, to be clear, you're not talking about cards, right?
I absolutely am.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, sure.
Thanks. Everyone
Great.
needs an ace up their sleeve, right?
More than you know.
Checks his sleeves.
Your
No.
black card is in your sleeve.
It's a pretty good trick.
I didn't do it.
That's concerning.
Goodbye. All right. Goodbye.
Let the death? That you?
Hello, you old dog.
You look older every day.
Oh, you too, my friend. Where are you? Do I see him? No. Where are you?
You hear as a zipper portal is opened and Gino slips inside. There's another black playing card on the ground.
Pick it up.
I'm like looking for Thallo. Thallo, come on. It's not funny anymore.
Wolfgang, do you pick it up or do you want me?
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
Okay.
What is it? What
It
does
looks exactly like yours.
have? Ooh, I got 2 now.
Perhaps that one is meant for
Or maybe
the
it's just 1.
the old man.
I mean, but it looks. This is mine. 5 would be his.
Well,
I'm
hand
like
it to
looking under a bench.
Okay. I hand it to.
You see him laying underneath the bench.
I'd probably start tickling.
He like casts Mage Hand multiple times to like get you as well.
Okay.
And
Full
you see
tickle
these,
battle.
These 2 silver-haired old men just doing a magic tickle fight in the middle of the street.
Oh, yes. I've been needing one of those. These last few weeks have been awful.
Oh, I bet. Tell me all about it.
Well, I was traveling for quite a while, and I ran
Insane.
Yes, I ran into the most unimaginable creatures.
Unbelievable.
And you wouldn't believe it, but when I found this ocean,
Tell me more.
there were no flumps.
No.
Yes, none. And then this guy exploded on the beach. It was insane. And then I
Bad!
found these two idiots, and here we are.
Hey, idiot number one.
I assume you're idiot number 2.
He's definitely idiot number 1.
Excuse me, I just got something in my eye. My name is Joland Gray.
My name's Thallo.
Well met.
Yes, pleased to meet you.
If you two have any questions for Thallo, should we go back to your home?
That's a bit presumptuous.
Is it?
No.
You would slap his butt.
And you see just like dimension doors away.
Great. I follow him. No, I don't even know what I would do. I probably just like,
See you at home.
I guess I'll like about to step into, and then I'm like, follow me, and we'll walk.
Can I ask what is the nature of your relationship with this man?
Well, we're best friends. You can't tell.
Oh, I could tell.
Oh, just best friends? No judgment?
Yes, we are not homosexual, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, that was. But thank you
know?
for making it plain and clear.
Yes. We've gotten that before, and we're perfectly okay with that presumption, but we're just best friends.
Okay. Well, beautiful friendship.
Yes.
Hopefully he knows something, you know?
He knows lots of things. He's one of a kind, that Thallo.
Yes. So to his house then, I suppose.
I'm already like skipping down the walkway. Yeah.
There is a spring to the step in Lethargy.
Can I take the card from Wolfgang?
Yeah, like a...
Is it still his
It
card?
matches yours.
See, it changes based on the person.
Oh, so yeah, let's
Here.
give it to him.
It turns into a 4 of clubs.
Isn't that what Elon had? That is not what Elon had. It was different.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if we gave it to like a random person.
Is there like a random person in this marketplace?
I mean,
You're in like a street, and absolutely, yeah. You see this old crone, Monty Python style, just beating a cat against a wall.
Hey, sir, will you hold this for a second?
It's ma'am.
Oh, yes. So sorry.
Ask me next week, though.
For sure. Here, hold this.
It doesn't say anything.
There's nothing. Interesting. Thank you. Continue.
Bad trick. Go back to school.
I probably like puff it and actually just drop it. Like I don't actually do any magic.
Oh. Not so bad.
Wait, he dimension doored? Oh, he probably has a permit.
Yes, he does have a permit. And I used to, and I like rummage in like my pockets and pull out these like weird receipts.
Yeah. You find one for like there's like a purchase transaction from a stint in Dupree.
Interesting.
okay, to the house, go.
You see that Thallo's house in glittering gold letter says, "Go away. Visitors super unwelcome." And then in little tiny letters, tee-hee.
Then there's a welcome mat.
It's just like all the other wizard towers. It's just a mess. There's like scaffolding holding it up. There's a gentle breeze that comes through, and it just kind of.
Don't mind the creaking. It hasn't fallen yet. It's been up for several years.
That's not any sort of justification of anything.
Several years is a long time.
Yes, but that does not. Anyways.
Well, come on in.
Enter.
Open the door, and it is immaculate inside. A stone tower There's white marble floors. It looks like a Utah County parade of home inside. It is a custom-built marble tower inside. And sitting on a pedestal inside is a dagger. The hilt is this gray metal that has like a scale to the handle, and the pommel is like a dragon's head. It appears to be like a blue dragon, either a blue dragon or some sort of amethyst dragon, where it has kind of the horn on the front, but the blade is what really sucks in your attention, as it is made out of this thrumming purple material.
Have I seen this in his house before?
No. And that's where we're going to end our episode.
Dang.
Wow.
Freaking Thallow.
Sneaky devil, that guy. For sure.
Throwing in Gino Calamenti
Oh,
when we're not
freaking
expecting
Jimmy,
it.
dude. Jimmy.
Jiminy Cricket.
Is he just not meant to be with us anymore, or is he up to something nefarious?
Nefarious if I ever saw
All
it.
these questions and more on the next episode of The Pact Booyah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Boom.
That is
what an ending.
great for retention.
Stay tuned for the burp.
Shout out to Monument Studios. The tunes and sounds have been great.
Really appreciated the people walking about, and like you could hear the familiars up on the rafters and stuff. That was kind of a nice touch. Shout out to Roll and Play Press. We've been using some of their mechanics, and you don't even know it. You can check it out on the Dungeon Master guide, or what is it called? Dungeon Master Toolkit.
Yep.
Excuse me. My bad. Buy it. Use code BetterDM for a discount and to support the show. Okay. Be on the lookout. We got some new Painting Phantasms minis being cooked right now that are going to show up. Are they more lethargy monsters? Who can say? Are they going to be some baddies that's going to F up this crew? Yup. Tune in. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Shout out to moms and dads and grandmas and grannies. Shout out to siblings. They're great too, sometimes. And shout out
To spouses?
I mean, I
for
guess.
sure.
Just kidding.
Absolutely. Not enough credit in the world.
Never enough.
Shout out spouses. Spices?
Yeah.
Spousin.
All the spices.
Spice?
Spouses are the spice of life.
Amen.
Wow, should we end there?
Amen.